Wow. Wow is all I can say. So, the superstar known as Bill Cosby, actor slash comedian, Renaissance man, TV dad, Jello pudding king, all this stuff, Bill Cosby just got sentenced to 3 to 10 years in a state prison for sexual assault. And here I was thinking that Bill was safe because he was going to be doing his time in his mansion because they had put him on house arrest. And I thought that was going to be the end of it. No, no, no. That Me Too movement, that feminist movement, that movement got him. Bill Cosby, once known as America's dad, was sentenced today to 3 to 10 years in a state prison for drugging and sexual assaulting Andrea Constrand at his home 14 years ago. Now, I know for a fact that sexual molestation has a statute of limitation, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure as to if it does in this case or the state it was committed in or how that goes. I'll have to look more into that. But anyways, here we go. This was a serious crime, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania Judge Stephen O'Neill said. Mr. Cosby, this has all circled back to you. The day has come. The time has come. Convicted in April of aggravated indecent assault, Cosby declined to speak to the court prior to the sentence. His attorneys have filed an appeal. He also was ordered to pay a fine of $25,000 plus the cost of prosecution as part of the sentence. Now, that's them digging into Bill Cosby's pocket right there. Why should I pay you to prosecute me? Huh? That's just them digging into his pocket right there. But $25,000 is no money to Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby has buku dollars. This, a lot of people will say though, is nothing but a witch hunt. And they got him. In addition, O'Neill ruled that Cosby will be classified as a sexually violent predator. Imagine that. 81 years old, 100% blind in one eye, 90% blind in the other eye. His motor skills are shaky, but he is a sexually violent predator. And he will be serving 3 to 10 years. 3 to 10 means you will be doing a minimum of 3, but a max of 10. Now, I can't see Bill Cosby behind the walls fighting for his booty. I don't know if anybody would want it. I'm not gay, so I don't know, but I'm just saying. But, I mean, damn, how's he going to survive around behind bars? Then again, he's Bill, and he's got money. Money brings clout. He's going to have to be paying off a whole lot of people's commissary because them predators are going to be on that ass. No pun intended. A determination that requires lifetime registration, lifetime mandatory sex offender counseling with a treatment provider and notification to the community that a sexually violent predator lives in the area. Now, Cosby is 81. If they give him the full 10 years, he'll be out at 91. Given his failing health at the moment, I don't think he can stand 10 years behind a prison wall. But money does a lot of things. He might go back there and live like a king. He might even be allowed at nighttime to get out. I don't know. I'm just wishful thinking. I mean, I feel bad for the guy. Bill Cosby is the perfect example of someone that rose to the top, to the heights of stardom, fame, and wealth, and then came all the way back down to the bottom of the barrel where those crabs dragged his ass all the way back. It does not impact the length of the actual sentence. Once a groundbreaking actor, Cosby was accused by dozens of women, of drugging them and sexually assaulting them over his decades as a powerful media figure. However, most of those cases occurred outside the statute of limitation. You see what I'm saying? Constrand's did not. She calls this the long, winding path to Cosby's guilty verdict. Cosby was convicted in April of 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault for drugging and assaulting Constrand at his home in 2004 in the high-profile celebrity criminal trial of the Me Too era. Now, I told you about the Me Too era. Check it. I don't have no sympathy for no woman that goes back to some multi-millionaire actor's house. You know damn well that the man's wife was not there. You went there. You admittedly went there and consumed alcohol and got intoxicated. What were you hoping to happen? We're all too familiar with this. But I'm not here to beat the victim down either, if there was ever a victim in this case. Wink wink, I'm just saying. No one is above the law, and no one should be treated differently or disproportionately, O'Neill said. Cosby spokesperson Andrew Wyatt unleashed on the media, judge, and prosecutors after the sentence, calling the prosecution the most racist and sexist trial in the history of the United States. He also said Cosby was doing well because he knows that these are lies. Now, I could think about other trials that were more racist and sexist, but damn it, man, if this ain't one of them, I don't know what is. Yeah? What Bill Cosby should have done was he should have got himself some of them Jewish boys from the Good Old Boys Club to be his lawyer, but Mr. Big, strong, black man, well, his bank book is strong anyways, his body isn't anymore. He's 81 years old. But, you know, you put them Jewish boys on a team, they go to bat for you, you walking away. But you up here with your black lawyer and all this other stuff, I don't know, I'm confused. They prosecuted Jesus and look what happened. I'm not saying Mr. Cosby is Jesus, but we know what this country has done to black men for centuries, Wyatt said. Gloria Allred, the victim's rights attorney who represents several women who say they were assaulted by Cosby, praised the sentence as a long journey to justice. We're glad the judgment day has finally come for Mr. Cosby, she said. Mr. Cosby has shown no remorse, and there has been no justice for many of the accusers who were barred from a court by the arbitrary time limits imposed by the statute of limitations. Ahead of the sentencing, Constron wrote a 5-page letter to the court explaining how Cosby's assault and the ensuing legal battle has changed her life. As a Temple University employee, she looked up to Cosby, a Temple trustee, as a mentor and a friend, and went to his house when his wife was not there and got intoxicated with him and laid there next to him while he was massaging her body. And this is how you treat your friend. He used that position, she said, of power and trust, as well as public persona as Dr. Huxtable, to take advantage of her. She testified in trial. I guess she thought he was a real doctor. I don't know. Bill Cosby took my beautiful, healthy, young spirit and crushed it. Ain't nothing young about this woman, but I'm just saying. Her spirit was, according to her. He robbed me of my health and my vitality. I was going to say vagina, but my vitality. My open nature and my trust in myself and others. It was your open nature that got you to this man's place. O'Neill cited Constran's statement in deciding on the sentence. I have given great weight to the victim impact testimony in this case, and it was powerful, he said. Kathy McKee, a former actress who has accused Cosby of raping her, told CNN that listening to the news about Cosby's sentencing stirs up some very difficult and deep emotions. I'm happy that the judge sentenced Cosby accordingly, and I'm grateful to Andrea for standing strong, she said. Chanel Lasha, another Cosby alleged victim, also praised the sentence. She said, I am very happy to know that Mr. Cosby will do time in prison, that he is touchable like he touched us unwillingly. The prison sentence drew praise from victims and advocacy groups like the non-profit Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network known as RAIN. We are grateful that the courts understood the seriousness of Mr. Cosby's crimes and has sentenced him to prison. Let's hope that the legacy of this case is that the victims feel empowered to come forward, knowing that it can truly make a difference in bringing perpetrators to justice. Man, this is a debacle. The state sentencing guidelines indicates that 22 to 36 months in prison plus a minimum 12-month because of aggravating or mitigating circumstances. So he will definitely have to do 36 months in prison plus 12 months. Anything after that is however they work it out. However, judges are allowed to issue sentences beyond those guidelines. You see where this is going. Cosby did not testify at the trial and has spoken publicly only infrequently, saying since his criminal trial began. But in April, when prosecutors claimed he had a private plane and asked the judge to revoke his bail, Cosby stood up in court and yelled, "He doesn't have a plane, you asshole," referring to himself in the third person. Damn it, man. In a sentencing memorandum, prosecutors said that extraordinary display of disrespect was evident of who this convicted criminal defendant actually is. He seemingly thinks that he hasn't done anything wrong. The jury thinks otherwise. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but as a black man, I don't care how much damn money you have, you do not stand up in the middle of a court proceeding and yell, "He doesn't have a plane, you assholes." Got him. They're going to make Bill pay in every friggin' way possible. Cosby has remained out of prison for the past 5 months on bail, $1 million bail. And his lawyer said they plan to appeal his conviction. Cosby could have been allowed to remain out of prison until his legal appeals are resolved. Man, oh man. And this is according to CNN, just ran today, September 25th of 2018. In closing, I'm going to say this. I remember one time Eddie Griffith did a stand-up comedy piece and he said, every one of them in Hollywood has to play that game. And if you're a black man, you really have to play that game. You are demoralized, humiliated, and everything else just to get to play in that $100 million ballpark, right? The higher you go, the more crazy stuff you have to do in order to maintain what it is you have. They spank you every step of the way. And as soon as you step on somebody's toes, they will drag you all the way down to the bottom and make you realize that you really have no power. You only have what they have given you. He closed that piece by saying, I know y'all didn't think that any black man was going to walk into Hollywood, become rich and famous and TV dad, a lawyer. He was a doctor while his wife was a lawyer. And all his children went to college. A black family? Really? That wasn't going to last. They weren't going to let Bill Cosby walk away and let that legacy live on. Do you see what black people have to look at as an example of us on TV today? I'm out. Peace.